Day 2 of the second trial. 9 o'clock, I believe it's time for roll call. Bing! Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. There is no defense, and this trial cannot proceed any further. We must take a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murder, patriarchal, and of aspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There's no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be best prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in the case the defense is just a little tardy. When the trial still has a chance to proceed and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Hey, he's like Miles Edgeworth. And you're a very corrupt judge who probably did the actual murder. Your Honor, you appear to be confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I'm here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and imbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That is a Ace Attorney game, which actually came out after this game came out. So it is actually not a reference. There's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there's little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. We're here! The defense is present, Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JJ. You look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? It's something like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, if you're turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor, but Your Honor, rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. My target. The King of France? He's here? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. It's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. The defense, was late and, oh, pish posh. Oh, shit. Damn it. I wish I could go back. There's no way to go back and read the transcript, I don't think. If you accidentally click something. Something about a dignified kingdom, I think is what it said. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. Swear to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying. No objections here. Go ahead with the trial. It is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Gah, fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast. I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little. Perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre? Ah, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre south entrance around 9 o'clock. Passed through the Salle de Tiber with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled a new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose and was taken by Major Howell And, well, I think you know the rest. Indeed, we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. This is no ordinary testimony. It is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Huh. Okay. I guess the king is automatically trustworthy. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiness in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, calm down, Judge. I have no qualms with legal standard procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. Judge Judy. What's the statement to question? South entrance. Your Majesty, you say that you entered the Louvre from the south entrance. Indeed, we approached the Hotel de Ville, or de Ville, so it was an easy riverside stroll. Did you see anyone suspicious? Coming out the Louvre entrance. Suspicious? I'm afraid not, monsieur. What was it about the Fisher guy? I guess he wasn't really suspicious. Just the regular riverside types. Bourgeois, vendors, people who fish, and the like. Let's see. Do you have another question? Sure? Are you sure? You entered the Louvre South entrance. Oh mon dieu, Falcon, are you seriously still tugging at this thread? The king himself just testified under oath, no less, that he entered through the south entrance. Do you possibly have any reason to call this fact into question? I do have a reason. I have ample reason. Please answer the question, Your Majesty. Are you sure that you approached the Louvre from the south? Yes, of course I'm sure. I know I'm getting on, monsieur, but I'm not senile. How dare you insult the king with such a stupid question? Not to mention wasting the court's time. Utter nerve. You're stalling. What a buffoon. I lost favor with the court. Okay, no more questions to do with the entrance. The Tiber. Your Majesty, you say that you passed through the Salle du Tiber uneventfully. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. So, what do you see there? What I see? Well, Roman stuff. Oh! Okay, that's interesting. That's where we found the chocolate wrapper. I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king's already testified that he passed without encountering anything of interest. Please elaborate, King. I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly who he saw. Then I suppose you will have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, let me see. So there was a giant doorstop, and there was a copper urn thing. That's where we found the chocolate wrapper. Oh, there was something else. Now that you ask, I was offered a box of chocolates by some pleasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Hal was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Yeah, that does change things a bit. Did I say something startling, prosecutor? Very. No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. Is he holding an egg? Or is it like a oval-shaped globe? I can't really tell. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan. Probably in her late teens or early 20s. Sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Mademoiselle Sign! Sign. Well, that sounds familiar. Well, yes, I think that was it. She was Mademoiselle Sign. I see. This is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Sign gave chocolates to Major Hal minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. See what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial my tail feathers. king just testified that Major Hal ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute. But you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculating that she's a murderer. Yes, yes! Shame on your defense. Implicating a poor innocent girl like that, absolutely disgusting. They ought to end this trial. Hold on! I do have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have just slammed it down already. Present it. Present them. Well, I can't. It's not really in the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? Well, we could have the elephant guy come in and tell us that the judge bought chocolate. Also, we do have the receipt. I don't know why we're not presenting that right now. The drama is just getting good. Why do you suddenly go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. Not done yet! Let me present my actual evidence, even though I don't know why I didn't do it before. Oh yeah, Sparrowson ate some of it, and now he's comatose. The results of whatever crackpot pseudoscientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial's over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been fairly served. Till the next assassination attempt, adieu, monsieur. Oh my god. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection! Sparrowson! He's alive! Yeah. Sparrowson, are you okay? Why? Poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monkshood, aka wolfsbane. I thought we already talked about how it couldn't have been aconite that killed Major Hal. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe that this patient to be clinically... Oh, wait, we can skip that part. Yada yada yada, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falleret. Falleret? Yeah, Falleret. No, Falleret. That's it. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. Oh, wait, did you say the king was here? Yeah, you guys autograph later. Oh, excuse me. Right. So what happens now? Do I get a cross-examination, cross-examine the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional, definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We can nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of our court's time. Nobody wants that. Ugh. So then, what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. Poison Wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. This level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree. JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link. A not whole logically link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Hal was killed by the chocolate. You're still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Is it the Swan? Nope, Sparrowson. Odd sign. Oh, hello. You. Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet, but have you been an enormous asset in the case? But what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness! Surprise witness? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico likes calling surprise witnesses, so I thought he'd beat into his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Sign, so that she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established Mademoiselle as a possible suspect for the case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to? I do. I've accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Sign as a witness? No, none, bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Sign. Prosecuting is my job. That's not my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that stuff. I swear, Your Honor, I speak without fear, etc., etc. Good, very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Sign, and I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle Sign, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle du Tiber, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Hal, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I personally had previously added. Oh my god, she's just admitting to it, even though she definitely didn't do it. I don't believe it. Yeah, she didn't do it. Also, she's saying that she went up and gave him chocolate. She's a flower seller. This isn't adding up. We already know the judge bought the chocolate anyways and poisoned it. Oh, that can't be right. I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Oh, excuse me. And why'd you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He's a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. Is he, though? Is he vile? I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur, I'm confessing on my own volition. It is my guilt, and nobody else's. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap this court session up? No. No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth, you're here to defend Prince Juan. And you've done this job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has admitted something huge out of the importance. Of importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance? Giggity. I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? I wrote that as something else. Okay, you are doing my head in. Fine. We will shut you up. I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. One only. I can't imagine you have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Dear Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Uh... What? I have no idea, like, what we should present to her. Maybe the rose? Was this wrong? Damn it. I don't know. What? Am I an idiot? Oh, these. Okay, please take a look at these, mademoiselle. Train ticket stubs? Look at the names. Papa, Maman. In Vienna, really? Are they really safe? They are. The tickets are arranged courtesy of the fox. Then that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre. I did present a poisoned chocolate to the king. Except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day, a man approached me. A man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refused, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged, became the alternative meant for death. Because the alternative meant death for those I love. Over 200 francs? Oh my god. The name of this man who did this is Judge Romulus! Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I have dozens of self-pitying yarns over my time as a prosecutor. Self-pitying yarn, is that like a... is that like a... I don't know, is it specifically geared towards, like, females? I feel like a yarn is like a slur. Not a slur, but a derogatory term. Although, admittingly, this is the first time I've witnessed it directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They're always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Stein, I would like to believe your story. But accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is hugely a serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge lent you money, then both must have signed a contract when you made the Wait, why would you sign a shady transaction like that? Contracts? Yeah, exactly. They're all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. Mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, do you have something? Wait, do you have to do something? Oh, you have to do something. I can't read that for some reason. Do you have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Stein? A link. Of course! Remember the High Court? I know for certain that Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Sai in the past. I know this because at the very moment I'm holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. And that is... this. I think you should take a look at this, Severin. Me? You don't trust it in the judge's hands? What is that? What does this piece of paper say? It's a receipt for a box of chocolates from Langer Hagelsek's Chocolate Emporium on 6th of January. Made out to... to a man named Romulus! The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been on the same brand and 5 flavors as the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, the evidence might not be definitive. It would only suggest that the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the Mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, do you have something to say about this? Yep. The receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in the chocolate shop in years. You can't be serious. The receipt is undisputable proof of purchase. What's your dispute? Would you have the scrap of evidence with the word Romulus scrawled over it? Wait, what you have there is just a scrap. Okay. Is it a forgery? Are there simply 2 men named Romulus living in Paris? Oh, is this his last name? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who signed the receipt. That is absurd. You want me to dig up courtroom documents with your signature so we can undertake in handwriting analysis? That wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents. Huh. Yeah, that would be correct. Well, it's no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. Because of this. Somehow. Somehow I don't quite know how you can prove it this way, but I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor. Oh yeah, that's my... Oh, well, okay, well, he just straight up is admitting it is his pen. Oh my god, what an idiot. If he was like, oh, I've never seen that before, then we couldn't have linked it to him, but now he's just straight up saying it's his pen, and it uses green ink. I thought as much. Mesdames and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside Saltpeter. Isn't it Saltpeter Hospital? I did not see the assailant's face, and I did accidentally grab something from their garments, and I was thrown into the sign. Oh, so that's why you smell a fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it would be rude. Oh, out with one of the ladies of the night. We're at the shower. This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say this pen was mine? On closer inspection, I see I must have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges. What interests me about this pen the most is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color. And as we all know, only baddies write in green. Oh, good. That's a good one. Only baddies write in green. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people, all at the party, are arrogant enough to write in green. Is green that arrogant? And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship. Whatever. Take another look at the chocolate receipt, Severin. That receipt was signed... The emerald green ink! Da, 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 da. It certainly is quite a coincidence. No, there is no more room for coincidence. There is no more doubt. There's only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with custom filling. That custom filling contained poison, originating from the flower that Mademoiselle signed, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged the debt to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. Then, an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself as the murderer in order to take the fall for Mademoiselle's stead. Yes, it's all interesting that he just took the fall for her, for, like, no reason. Like, did he even know her? Maybe he knew her. He pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. When that failed, he pressured Mademoiselle Sign to take full responsibility for the crime. That's the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it! Fine, I admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt. Wait, why is he just openly admitting it? So I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered, but there is not a damn thing that— Oh yeah, he apparently thinks he's above the law. I am the one who holds the gavel. I am the one who passes the sentences. They're snapping my fingers. I could have each— Well, okay, maybe at this point in France, judges still were this powerful. I could have each and every one of you guillotined at the Palace de Australis before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above me? Nobody. Not even God can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder a king. Corrupting the Cour d'Assises. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You have no authority over me. Oh, but he does. He doesn't, but I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty. You'll see. The revolution is coming. Oh god, this is gonna be case 3. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and government will fall. The bourgeois will be slaughtered. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is how Napoleon came to power. And it's interesting if they really did attempt to have another revolution. Like, goddamn, y'all. Chill out. Once the kingship had been reestablished. We shall have a glorious Second Republic. Yeah, right here. Second Republic. A republic free of class where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me! Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty. Ignore him. Of course. Carry on, Inspector. What? What happens now? I guess I'm supposed to take over the president's judge's duties? Oh, he's also a judge? Okay. Well, given the surprising series of revolutions that just took place, we believe that the results are clear. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Quieto, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Yeah. Oh, what happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear that you were coerced. However, you still played a significant role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for your crimes. I see. I can't argue. But, as it happens, due process was not followed during the trial session. Judge Romulus fairly disrupted the proceedings. Consequently, I believe that most of the testimonies given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in the court of law. But what does this mean? He's saying you're free to go! Yes, correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. Really? Thank you so much, Monsieur. Thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurance, I don't know where I will be right now. One sec. Okay. So, are my parents really in Vienna? I think so, but you would have to ask the Fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. So wait, was the Fox the other guy who worked for the detective agency place where the mouse also works? I don't know if that was ever answered. Although, now that Judge Romulus poses no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. I feel like this might go a little deeper than just the judge. Uh-oh. Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. Need a holiday after all this drama? Well, yes, but I also want to get away from here before, before the fighting starts. You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind. Well, I think we're about to see in case 3 that there's gonna be one. Oops. Close. It's not just him, Monsieur. In the streets, everyone calls it an uprising. If you were smart, you'd clear out of here too. Thanks for your concern, mademoiselle. But we're far from smart, so we're staying put. I see. Then good luck, messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this is all blown over. Wait, mademoiselle, don't you want to have a quick celebratory drink? Oh yeah, he was hitting on her when we first met. Oh, she's gone. So I guess it's just you and me and the fox, right, Falcon? Sounds good, Sparrowson. Take Prince back to the aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Severin. Okie dokie. Suppose the congratulations are in order. Uncovering the truth in the way you did, it was quite a feat. Everything went far beyond than I could have hoped. Or far better than I could have hoped. But you surprised me in the end with that little lie of yours. Lie? The trial testimonies are completely invalid? Bullcock! You and I both know that this trial has produced ample valid evidence for Mademoiselle to be detained and trialed. Yeah, it is true. I mean, she full on just said that she 100% was going to go through with it and attempted it. And she is directly responsible for the death of Major Howe, despite being, kind of forced into it. Even when the coercion accounted for it, I bet she would still be found guilty of conspiracy. Yeah, exactly. So why are you holding back? 10, maybe 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted Mademoiselle Sign. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as a prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that way. Edgeworth. I thought, if the guilty person ends up behind bars or on the hanging dock, then justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I started noticing the details. The details? The extenuating circumstances, the personal considerations, the gaps in the law where, even when due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished and wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my role. I decided that I should not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but ensure that justice is served. I could prosecute Mademoiselle Sign, and she would definitely be convicted. But that would not serve justice. I say you're a good lawyer, but... Well, I mean, prosecutors are lawyers, technically. They're rarely referred to as lawyers. You're a good lawyer, Coperico. Well, you're not terrible either, Falcon. I must congratulate you, Senor Falcon and Senor Sparrowson. Wait, is he back to pretending that he's Spanish? Hey, what am I doing? Still using that old accent. I, of course, met Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson. It's no big deal. We're just doing our jobs. No. Your job ended when you proved my innocence. Everything after that was you going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting on you to do so. A lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled or caved in. Oh, before I forget, your payment. Thank you, Monsieur Volps. This has been a strange case, but I'm glad that the truth has come to light. I'll see you out. Wait, Monsieur Volps, before you go, something's bothering me. Why did you come to us in the first place? Surely there was much more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a better job. So he was the fox that works for RNA or whatever. Got paid 40 whole francs. Or R&M business, I suppose. Right? Yeah. One more reputable than the Falcon that stands before me. Yeah. Falcon's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family name is hugely respected in the lawyering world. I chose Monsieur Falcon as my lawyer for that reason alone. Huh? Really? I've never heard of another lawyer named Falcon. There was a part in this little investigation where they mentioned his grandfather was like a really famous detective or something. I guess a lawyer, but yeah, I mean, could be both. Even though defense attorneys aren't supposed to investigate crime scenes, but this is all the 1840s France, so things could have been a little different. Let's not go down this road, Monsieur Volps. I didn't go to my old name for a reason. I don't go by my old name for a reason. So it's Falcon, not his actual last name. That is fair. We shouldn't be fixated on the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. The future is where all our potential lies. That's what we should be paying attention to. A storm is approaching fast. You mean the revolution that the crook judge mentioned? Indeed. I dare say that Wolf is right. The rebellion is coming one way or the other. Listen, Monsieur Falcon. You'll probably have a series of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up dirt on anyone, please feel free to drop by my office at any time. Dig up the dirt? I'm a private investigator, that's what I do. Well, bear that in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Volps. Oh, we're full on saying his name now. His Volps. Because the other guy was, the Stuart Little guy was, Renard. I'm gonna go get a drink. Seriously, Falcon? What? I'm gonna ask if you wanted tea or coffee. Da, da, da. Well, that is the end of the second trial. We have one trial left. Or one case left, basically. Investigation plus trial. Which will probably be... I'll do leading up to the trial in one stream, and also potentially one video. Could be two videos if it's on YouTube. And then the final trial probably potentially be two videos if you're watching this on YouTube. And it'll be another stream on Twitch. So I'm going to try to keep this two more streams, and then we're done. And then we will be playing Ace Attorney, Professor Layton, or Professor Layton and the Great Ace Attorney, or whatever. The crossover game. The Phoenix Wright and Maya Fey are in the Professor Layton world, essentially. Not canonical at all, but yeah, could be fun. See you next time, see you next time, everyone. Bye.